This is my mullein farm. One, two, three, four, five, six mullein plants. Um, I used to have one that I discovered behind this shed. I discovered it behind this shed back in that corner. And I was like, ooh, what is this? Went to my plant ID app and discovered it was a mullein plant. So I saved the seeds. And the following spring, or maybe that fall, I just came out here and shook the seeds everywhere. Chaos, chaos seeding 2 summers ago. So, yep, that's my mullein. I'm going to harvest it this weekend, starting to flower. The sun just came out and it is bright. But yeah, that's starting to flower and it needs to be harvested. Mullein, so some people don't even know what mullein is. It's an herb. It grows pretty prolifically here in the eastern part of the United States, and it's great for lung health. Lung health. Some people actually smoke it. I've never done that. I've only made tea, dried it for herbs, and made mullein tea. But yeah, I hear people smoke it. So yeah, that's my mullein. This is my hibiscus tree. Roselle, I guess. Some people call it Roselle. I'm going to propagate that this weekend, hopefully. Just an extra pepper plant because I always have too many things. And when I have too many things, I just plant them in the ground into earth beds instead of trying to cram them into the raised garden beds. I just plant all the extras into the ground. So I've got some extra tomato plants. They probably won't produce as much, but they'll produce a little bit. This is my beautiful eucalyptus plant. Um, what is this, like 2 years old now? It started about this high. So 2 years it's gotten this big. Honestly, I bought it, yes, for herbs, but also for privacy. They are really good when they get nice and full. They're great privacy trees. Um, so that's my eucalyptus. All right, so let's travel over to the raised beds. Echinacea, allium, watermelon. We had a really, really good rain tonight. I mean, really good rain. So a lot of the plants in this video are going to be kind of toppled over from all that rain. This is raised bed number one. Um, Mostly beans in here. Ooh, my first first, why can't I think of the name of this stupid Japanese maple, Japanese beetle? My first one of the season. So I've got to come out here and do some maintenance with that. That's the first one I've seen, which is actually a good sign. So these are all beans. Um, Peppermint, rosemary, beets, beets. Volunteer peppers, I think. I definitely didn't plant those. More beets. I planted actually a whole row of beets down here, and you see I only have two. This is the succession, so this is a third, but it was not planted at the same time as these. This is my tomato and basil bed, a tomato and basil bed. I just staked these up because the rain kind of had them toppled over, going sideways, literally. So those were just staked up. These are my attempt at strawberries. Gosh, the sun is bright. I can't even see. So I'm taking a quick pause because as soon as I started recording, the sun came out. And it's so bright that I can't even see the screen. So, hi, I'm Papper. Today is my birthday, Juneteenth. I'm a Juneteenth baby. I need to stop fidgeting with my hair. I garden in my backyard and a little bit in my front yard. I'm in zone 8A. I grow whatever I like to eat. Right now, I have beans. I am growing Swiss chard. I'm growing strawberries. Pathetically growing blueberries. I'm growing tomatoes, peppers, squash, a lot of herbs, mostly in pots, a lot of flowers, um, collards, kale. I don't currently have collards and kale, but collards and kale. Um, Sunflowers this year, terrible. I have a lot of critters. We live near a lake. The lake is behind me, like you can see it in the fall and winter. So we have a lot of wildlife, and I have a lot of critters that won't let me start a lot of plants outside. So I start a lot of plants inside. I'm a seeder as well. I love to grow from seed. Um, I start a lot of plants inside, and when they get to size, I like to try to put them in the ground. I have rabbits, chipmunks, squirrels. Deer don't jump the fence, but we have deer in the front yard. I can't grow any coleus anymore. They apparently love coleus. That used to be my favorite front yard plant. They eat it all. Um, Squirrels, chipmunks, rabbits, um, groundhogs. But I think we fixed the groundhog problem this year. We had to basically build dig a trench, drill some wood into the shed, and then pour some concrete around the perimeter of the shed to keep the groundhog from coming out under the shed. They were burrowing holes to get out from under the shed, and I guess there's a hole. I can't see it because it's under the shed, but I guess there's a hole that they were coming out of. So I think we fixed the groundhog problem. We will find out when the tomatoes start to turn red. When the tomatoes turn red, that's when I get to see what exactly my critter situation looks like. So, um, yeah, got a lot of critters. So, some years I just let it roll off my shoulders and deal with it. Other years I get really frustrated and really enraged and start ripping out plants like a crazy woman. I'm not going to do that this year. And I think my think my strategy is just to grow more plants. I think if I do like maybe more plants in the ground, like earth beds, they'll use those for their food and leave my raised bed plants alone. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, I have squash too. I've tried zucchini several times. I only had one successful year of zucchini, but squash, excellent. Excellent. Never had an issue with squash. There's some unique squash growing that I want to show y'all. It's pretty rad. Um, but I gotta harvest that today because it's getting too big. Oh, and okra. I plant okra. Um, yeah, that's it. So as soon as the sun goes down, I'm gonna finish the tour. But I wanted to, for the first time in 2 years, actually say hello and introduce myself and stop hiding behind the camera. Bye. All right, so this is garden bed number 2, and here is my squash, and here is some very cool, interesting squash going on down here. It's like a 2-in-1, a 2-for-1. I'm assuming it didn't get pollinated correctly, so it just kind of became a twin. But yeah, I'm still gonna eat it. Um, it doesn't look like it's not edible. It's just weirdly pollinated, I'm sure. So I'm gonna harvest some of those today, maybe cook tomorrow. I'm not gonna do a lot of harvesting today because I have other plans. Like I said, it's my birthday. Oh, and here's a toppled over pepper from the rain last night. I need to stake that up. I will work on that later. Another pepper plant. I grew a lot of peppers this year. I always grow a lot of peppers. I don't know if you can tell by my previous videos that peppers are kind of my thing. But yeah, I grow quite a bit of peppers. I have about 4 varieties this year. And I can a lot of jalapenos as well. I put these here for the critters. I think the reflection of the foil just kind of keeps them off the beds. So that has been my little trick for a while because not used to, I haven't gone to pick up my mulch. I use alfalfa hay on the beds for mulching, and it's been a slow gardening year for me because it literally started off really slow, really late. North Carolina weather was just, it's kind of strange this year. So started late for me. This is oregano. I believe this is the Cuban oregano. Smells amazing. I'm using it for pest control. I haven't tried it in food yet. Um, I don't know. It's very strong, so it could potentially overpower a dish. It might be one of those throw it in at the end, then take it out. So this is probably a jalapeno plant. Yeah, jalapeno plant. I don't know why that's here, probably just to deter. So here's some watermelon. This is my second year attempting watermelon. Oh, another crazy squash. I think that is so cool. I don't know. It's just wild. And I'm sure it had something to do with the netting. Like, I did the netting because of the critters, but I'm pretty sure the pollinators are not getting in there like they normally would be able to. So it's just not, and I don't hand pollinate. That's just not my thing. I let God's creatures pollinate my food. So I'm not going in there to do any hand pollination. Um, but yeah, that is just super cool to me. Here's some watermelon. Watermelon. Trying that again this year. All right, garden bed number 3. Yay, the sun went down. Okay, now I can see the screen. All right, garden bed number 3. This is a really good smelling mint plant, and um, I want to say a strawberry mint. I don't know, but I need to harvest it, and I want to get a bigger pot for it so that it can, so that I can keep growing it every single year. But it smells amazing. Pepper plants, these are all volunteer. There's the sun. Can't see, but these are all volunteer pepper plants. My cucumbers, bless their hearts, are, this is like cucumber plant number 4. This year was just rough start to the season. And I think I actually had to buy these from the farmer's market last weekend. So I finally just said, you know what? I'm not going to be able to grow any cucumber from seed this year. So just get over yourself and buy the plants. So that's what I did. I bought 3 plants. Um, because mine were not, they just were not. They were not. So those are all my cucumbers. This is all my okra. I just thinned these out the other day. I need to thin these out because okra has really big roots. So I'm going to pull this one up and plant it in the ground somewhere else because the okra roots are just insane. This is Tulsi. I don't know if you guys have ever grown Tulsi, um, but that is an amazing basil. I use it in tea, but just the smell. I love to just run my fingers through it and smell it. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. And it's good for so many things. Just Google is free, use it. But um, yeah, just grow it. Just grow it. Just grow it. I've got 2 plants. Another mint. Which mint is this? Oh, that must be that mojito mint. I think this is the mojito mint. Yeah, smells good. But tea. Um, Here's a tomato plant that, I think these are cherry tomatoes. Yeah, these are cherry tomatoes. Okay, so that's garden bed number 3. Because here's the small tomato. This is just a solo tomato plant. And if you followed me for a while, you know I kind of stopped labeling stuff after it gets big. So I couldn't tell you what tomato this is, but yeah, Thai basil, I think. Yeah, definitely Thai basil. Smells like my favorite Thai restaurant. I got some rosemary back here. some more mullein that I didn't plant. Um, and my one sunflower. I just I can't believe my sunflower situation this year. It's so depressing. That is literally my favorite plant. Garden bed number 4. Tomatoes. This is pretty sure a cherry variety. I think this is aroma tomato variety, which is not my favorite, but I think I just had some leftover seeds and was like, you know what? I'm gonna plant some aromas this year. Kale, I had to cage it because every time I came out here, it was bitten, bitten up. All right, and then my last raised bed, I guess if you want to call this a raised bed, is where I do all my beans every year in the cement garden. I think there's another cucumber, yeah, because I bought several plants at the farmer's market last week. Another watermelon, some sorrel, and then all my beans. One thing I won't be short on this year is beans. Oh, and there's my Swiss chard. I will not be short on beans this year. And that's pretty much it.